Well, as many of you know, we have an amazing card ministry that's run through our church that Carmen heads up. She and her crew make these intricate cards that are then used to encourage, inspire, and lift up one another. Wanted to take you on location today since most of the card ministry happens off campus and give you kind of a quick tour. So let's talk to Carmen. All right, Carmen, thanks for letting us into the back side here of the Card Care Ministry. Could you give us a quick little tour and show us around?
Sure. So over here, I have tons of paper, little drawers of scraps of paper, markers, embellishments, stamps over there that we stamp our images with. And over here we have more inks and a lot of the punches.
This is quite the operation. Now, why in the world would you go through all this trouble and instead of just buying cards at Hallmark?
Because I believe that making handmade cards is part of the gift that you give to somebody.
Awesome. So why is this so important to you? Why does this live and breathe kind of in you?
Because I believe that Christ gave us all gifts, and we get our gifts from him, and I really believe that he's given the card ministry people a gift of creativity, and so we want to use the gifts that he's given us to bless other people.
That's wonderful. Awesome. Can you share with us a story about how God has been using the card ministry here at the church or outside the church?
So like just yesterday, one of the ladies from MOPS came and got 25 cards from us so that she could send out as gifts to her leadership in MOPS. So we have other ministries in the church that use them for their ministries, and so they don't have to pay for them. We raise the money so that we can make cards for them to use.
Well, now that the church is kind of the doors are closed, how in the world are you going to keep this going?
So this week it was interesting. I got an email from Katie wanting to know how we were going to advertise card ministry now that we're not meeting at the church. And so I had to start some brainstorming about it, and I thought, well, what can I do? So I thought, well, I guess I could bring the card rack to my garage and see if people want to come shopping here. And so I was in the middle of discussing it with some other people, and I thought, I don't know if this is a good idea, if I want to go through this much work. And just at that time, I got a text from somebody from the church saying that she really wanted to get some cards because she wanted to lift up people in her life that's at home now and are really lonely, and so she wanted to start sending cards. So that was my clue from God that I needed to bring this card rack home.
Awesome. Well, Carmen, thanks so much for giving us the nickel tour of the underground layer here of the Card Care Ministry. It's really fascinating to see just how much goes into this and how much love you put into it. Thanks for the way that you're loving people inside of our church and the way that you've brought this ministry to your house and that you want to minister to your neighbors and allow this to be a way that your neighbors can get cards and to encourage one another as well. So that's a really great way of taking this beyond the walls. So 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, "Therefore encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are always doing." So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to get in touch with Carmen, just call the church number and she can help get you some cards. Or if you want to stamp it up and make some cards with her, she'd love to have you join them as well.